Leave that lady alone.
You know, like the episode Keep It Here, when Bobby
Leave
like,
her alone.
Justice Buckle Bunny. No, you're not.
I cannot.
I like Buckle.
Right.
I like
I cannot. It's my husband, guys. Apparently, so I just learned about this song called Buckle Bunny. And I like it. I think it's cute. Shout out to whoever the person is. I think she's from like Tennessee. I don't know. Wherever she's from somewhere. Anywho, welcome to another episode. Yes, this is a struggle shirt too, okay? I went from struggle wig, struggle glasses. Listen, you know what? These glasses cost $6.99, okay? They are not the Fendi's. Listen, these over here, made by Fendi. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. But anyways, these are the real shady shades, okay? These are not $6.99, okay? Be clear. But I bought them for myself. Listen, I deserve it. Be clear. Look, and I don't think they sent it to me. They sent it to me. I don't think that they sent me the right. Shout out to Fendi, but I don't think y'all sent me the right eyeglass case. They just was like, okay, we're just gonna put them in a case. But anyways, nonetheless, tonight we are coming to you to talk about the Real Housewives. Look, the Real Housewives of Potomac. Excuse my what did I call it? It's called brain fog. Okay, I have an autoimmune disease which causes brain fog. These people, I won't say they stress me out, but listen, it's annoying AF to have people who pretend as though they don't understand what colorism is. They don't know what colorism is. And you know what? At this point, I'm going to just let them be ignorant. You know, we're going to talk about it. We're going to get into it. But I'm going to just listen. I don't have time. I don't have time. She doesn't have time. She doesn't have time for the fake ones. Because I'm going to sip some Cristal with these real ones. Okay? I know that's Lil' Kim circa, 1997, 98, one of them years. You know, I was a young tender, didn't know it yet. Weighing 140 pounds. Why I didn't know? Why I didn't know, America? Okay, I got to get back to Chanel's reality. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye. All right, guys. Because, listen, I'm here for a short time, not a long, what did they say? A fun time, not a long time. Okay, let me get my life together. Shout out to Make It Make Sense. These are my people who I want to come on my show one day, okay? So I've been live, well, I can't even go live yet because I don't have enough people. So I need y'all to like, subscribe, share my videos, talk about Chanel's reality. But these are the people I would love to interview that's in like the content creator space. Kempire, the Brooke Ashley, she's my friend in my head. Like, I feel like she's that one friend that's gonna keep it 100 with you no matter what. She gonna tell you, take that off. Like, I feel like that's who Brooke Ashley is. The Brooke Ashley. Love me some, I think his name, I always get it wrong. DJ Sky Richie DJ, I don't know. But you know who he is. He's real handsome. I think he has a book or two now. Like, shout out to him for that. Make It Make Sense. Love me some Make It Make Sense. Oh, and I really love the gray hair diva. Love her. I used to be on her panel all the time. Shout out to Sebastian E. Radiance Worldwide. That's my girl. All of the people. The Dawn. Who else is on there? What's her name? Oh God, I forgot her name. In my opinion, Emmanuel. I'm trying to think of all the people that was on there. Those are the people I can recall. Oh God, what's her name? I love her. Oh God, Shan. But that's not the one I was thinking of. Aries, Leo Aries. I'm trying to think. Oh God, the other guy, he was always at the bottom. I couldn't think of his name. Sebastian. Sebastian is my person. He's my person. He's gonna get on your nerves, but he is my person and on the inside. Like, we friends in my head also. And shout out to everybody else on Diva's channel. Love all you guys. Who else do I want? Oh, I love me some larger curves. Listen, she's my people, okay? We disagree about so much, but I just love her realness. And I'll just come on her show and she'll just let me be on her panel. She's just nothing but love. Okay. So like I said, like the channel or like the video, like all my videos. Watch them all the way through if you have time. Put them on in the background. You know what I'm saying? I'm a good time. Just saying. Tonight we're going to talk about, we're recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. And I actually didn't even mean to have on these glasses. This is my real face. Just saying. She's kind of cute. I'm just saying she is. She tries. You know what I mean? Anyway, so I'm Chanel, and this is my reality. First of all, I would like to say, I know this is a struggle shirt because my boobs keep growing. I don't know what's happening. 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 Okay. Oh, I'm meeting my surgeon tomorrow, so pray for me, guys. I'm praying to God. I'm praying to God. I'm praying to God that I can get on the surgery schedule. You know what? When you get married, this is what you need to put in your vows. I know we talk about for better or for worse, through sickness and health. That I am going to talk about in just a second. For richer or for poor and all that. Top things need to be on the list, ladies, is the temperature in the household. That needs to be on the list. I know, my struggle with, me and my struggle with, we just, you know, we just trying to get through the year. Just it, that's it. The other thing that needs to be on the list is laundry. Like, I don't understand why I can't go in the laundry basket. The laundry basket says laundry. I even have the one that says color, whites, lights, but somehow, you know, maybe it's just my husband, you know, but on the 15th, I don't even know what is today. I gotta get a, oh Jesus, I gotta get a anniversary gift for my husband, and his birthday's on the 20th. Listen, his sister's birthday is in 2 days. My niece's birthday, her daughter, Maddie, love you, Maddie. Her birthday was on the 5th. I called her up. I'm like, hey, Maddie, you know, you Coco. They all call me Coco because Coco Chanel. Chanel's reality. Yeah. Okay. You'll get it. Get into it. Just saying. It's a thing. I called Maddie up. I'm like, hey, baby, happy birthday. You're my favorite Maddie in the whole wide world. I do that with all my love. You know, all my little people. Love them all. And I'm like, hey, Maddie, how does it feel to be 11 years old? She's like, I'm 12. If you knew Maddie, you would laugh so hard because that's Maddie. Maddie is her own person. I want to be her when I grow up. I'm telling you. If we could go away, come back, I would come back as Maddie. Maddie is her own person. She isn't changing for anyone, including me. Okay? Be clear. That girl, love her. She is her own person. Anyway, happy birthday, baby. Happy birthday, Nicole. She's my Chanel twin. Okay? She started me with Chanel. I remember Nicole, sidebar, this is just a little quick sidebar. When she was like 18, I think she had just graduated high school. I'm probably like 23 or something like that. Anyways, I'm like, so what do you want to be? You know, 'cause she's very beautiful. I'm like, you want to be a model? She's like, I don't know. And she says, well, I'm like, well, you need to figure it out because that's me. I'm that person about you need a plan, you need to do this, and then we're going to do that. We're going to get a financial advisor. Like, that's me. And she's like, all I know is I want to wear Chanel. I want to buy Chanel. And at the time, I'm like, that's for old white women. Shout out to all the old white women. Love y'all too. Hit the like button if you're old and you're white. You know what I'm saying? Listen, we support y'all too. We love everybody over here on Chanel's reality. So she said that to me, and I was just kind of like rolling my eyes. I was like, okay, girl, I support you. But she's a therapist now. I remember when she was getting ready to have baby Chase. Love you too, baby Chase. I was like, Nicole, what are you going to do? Because she was working at a hospital at the time. And I'm like, what are you going to do? She's like, I ain't going back to the hospital. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, but girl, you about to have a baby, a whole baby. What are you talking about? Even though she has her whole life together. So it's no shade to her at all. Love her. Love her. But she was like, I ain't going back. I'm starting my practice and that's it. And she started it, and Chase is about to be 7 and she's flourishing and doing her own thing. Even inspired me. I went back. I'm a therapist now. So you know what I'm saying? The youngins, you know? Okay, back to reality. Chanel's reality. All right, guys. So we're going to be reviewing or recapping rather the part 2 of Chanel's reality. I didn't even write anything on here for Karen because listen, Karen wasn't doing nothing over there but being fabulous. And I ain't even mad at Karen. Karen, she said she triple 20. She said she ain't going to say she's 60. But listen, I ain't mad at Karen. Karen looks, she is snatched for the gods, okay? So that's all we're going to really say about Karen until we get to what Wendy says to Karen. I'm not going to go in order. I'm just going to talk. That's what we're going to do tonight. We just going to talk because they work my nerves, okay? So they worked my nerves. And you guys chime down in the comments. I especially want to hear from the people who are Gizelle and Robyn fans. I don't understand these people, but you know what? I invite everybody. It's a big tent over here. I know me in this shirt. I don't know what the deal is with this shirt. Like, it's not the shirt. It's me. It's my boobs. My boobs, listen, they are just out of control. I don't understand. I should probably get a boob job and, like, get them, like, reduced or something. I don't know. I think I have good boobs. Like Dave Chappelle said, what did he say? I have a great set of Texas boobs. That's what Dave said. That's what Dave said. So I'm going to roll with it. Just saying. Anyways, it's just very interesting to me how angry Gizelle is. I don't know. You guys go back and watch it and you tell me what you think. Maybe I should just open this button. You know, set these free. Is that better? Listen, it's still gonna see how it's just they won't behave. Jesus, they won't behave. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Y'all tell me what's happening because I don't know what's happening. This is not one of those peekaboo channels. It's just they won't act right. Is it just me? Anyways, I just feel like, oh, and I told y'all about the heater. I gotta have a whole heater in my house. That's what needs to be in your wedding vows. Just saying. She just seems so angry. And I'm just like, who are you mad at? Girl. I mean, I don't know who she mad at. I can understand, you know, being hurt. You know, I've talked about this a lot. Don't try to manage other people's trauma and whatnot. With everything that happened with her father, my heart goes out to her. Sending prayers her way. I don't understand Gizelle. I don't understand Gizelle. I don't understand Gizelle. I don't understand. Because who are you mad at? The reason I say that, and like I said, chime down in the comments. Y'all let me know. Maybe I'm missing something. But you're mad at Wendy. These are the things that I think about in my mind of reasons she could be mad. Okay? So you're mad at Wendy, Dr. Wendy OSEFO because, oh, by the way, can you come on my show? Candice is my #1, but love to have you too because I think you're quite interesting. But Candice, come on my show. Come on Chanel's reality. We can bond over Chanel. I'm sure that you like Chanel. So anyways, so this is what I don't understand. And for the people who like Gizelle and understand her, chime down in the comments and let me know. Help me understand because I don't understand. So it seems as though you're angry and holding a grudge with Wendy, Dr. Wendy OSEFO, because she read you from head to toe. When y'all were in Williamsburg or wherever y'all were, where they put Dr. Wendy and Karen and a scholar with all her fabulousness. I'm still mad, Candice, about it. Yeah, you come on my show, love you to death, but I'm going to have to get you. I don't understand. Still. Anyway, put them and all they fabulousness in the cabin, the sad cabin, the crew quarters or whatever that was. That wasn't right. And you got Gizelle. Okay, sidebar. I'm not going to do that today. Okay, we're going to stay on task. So, you and your buddy, Robyn, y'all decide that y'all want to bring up some salacious information that's false, according to y'all, but we're going to bring it on TV. Let's bring this, what we said is false information onto the television for the millions of our viewers for a check. It is what it is. But you're mad at Wendy because you brought some fake news, according to you and Robyn and Ashley. Anyway, you're going to bring it on TV so that you can say no one believes it. But let's just say that the blogs are saying that your husband, Eddie, who y'all renamed Happy Eddie, and we'll get to him in a second, we're going to bring this on the show and say that the blogs are saying that Happy Eddie, well, I don't think he was Happy Eddie yet. Okay, but anyway, we're going to bring this on the show and say that this woman's husband is being lied on in the blogs by a non-reputable blog that he has a side baby. And as a result of that side baby, or fake, non-real relationship that they don't believe. Wendy has went and got her body done, like a mommy makeover, like a snatched waist, a booty, and boobs, and all this, whatever, because she is insecure now that he is, has a side baby and is watching or following Instagram booty models. I said before, I don't know a man that don't look at booties. Do y'all know? If y'all send me the people that are men and don't look at booties, because I don't know any. So I don't see why that's an issue. Every man looks at porn. No? Okay. Line up the men that don't, because I don't know. So my thing is, if every man looks at porn, and we all dabble in porn, unless maybe you're a priest or a nun or something. But pre-priesthood, they probably look the same. I'm just saying. You say this on TV to this lady, and then she reads you from head to toe and says to you, what kind of how low of a self-esteem do you have to allow a man to cheat on you like that? What did Mo'Nique say in her binder? He's swinging his big D around the congregation or something like that. But listen, Gizelle, to be fair, you said season 1, you divorced him because he was a cheater, pumpkin eater. So what Wendy is saying is what you've already said. So why are we mad at her? Why are we mad at her for responding to your fake allegations about her husband? It's just salacious and it ain't cool. I don't understand why you're mad at Wendy still when she's responding to you and your BS. And let's just call it what it is, because that's what it is. It's fake and phony. And those people are over there still living their best life. They're so cute. And then Candice, the following season, you go get, I'm going to say allegedly, Ashley's like, oh, he's in my DMs. He's not. Girl, he's responding to a story. Stop it. And Ashley, if we being, let's keep it a buck, girl, your husband is the most problematic husband I've ever seen on Housewives. So while you and Robyn are in this competition to talk about other people's husbands, I just don't understand. I'm going to just need y'all to sit there and shut the hell up. I mean, is it just me? Chanel reality people, y'all just chime down let me know, because I just need y'all to both shut the hell up. Your husbands are the most problematic people. I don't understand why you have anything to say. We'll get to you, Robyn, in a second. But Gizelle, you're mad at Candice because you went on this national TV show, international show, and said that this man made you feel away. He made you, this season, he made me go into a hotel room. Lies. And here's the thing. Like I told y'all before, I'm a whole social worker therapist. I am always on the side of the victim. I'm always going to believe the victim first. It just is what it is. It ain't changing over here. Y'all gonna have to prove that the victim is lying to me. That's just how I'm rolling. I work with people in the sex crimes division most of my entire adult life. Therefore, I'm gonna believe the victims. It just is what it is, okay? So when the stats change, I'll change my opinion, but they haven't changed. Let's just be clear. There was only white men in the room when they were writing in the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, and every other document that I know of in our government. So therefore, those people set up the rules. So let's just be very clear about all of it. And because they set up the rules, it's in their favor. It just is what it is. Stop me when I'm lying about something. So I believe the victims. Just is what it is. Like I said, when the statistics change, I'll change my perspective. But since they haven't, the facts are what they are. I'm just gonna call it what it is. And they're not. The facts are not in our favor. So therefore, this lady gets on the TV. I say that because this lady's claims is what will be used to. It will be used as a prime state to say, we can't believe all victims. That's what's going to happen. So when Candice said at at that burn session or whatever, after that burn session, and she was talking to Gizelle and she said, you're the reason that women can't come forward. And Gizelle was like, no, what are you talking about? She was right. Candice was 100% right. I didn't get it at the time, but it made sense the more I watched. Because then it was just like, because at first I was like, Gizelle has the right to have her feelings. I believe that 100%. She does. And I do believe that Gizelle felt away 100%. I'm not going to ever not give that lady that. But it isn't because of anything Chris did. I'm going to stand strong on that. Because she sat on Karen's couch, Gizelle did, and Karen said, well, did he touch you? No. Did he say something to you? No. Did you ask him? I asked him to go and find out if they were ready for me to come back. What did he do? He immediately left. This is what Gizelle said on camera. So, unless Bravo's leaving something out, Gizelle, feel free to let us know that Bravo is withholding some sort of information. But unless Bravo's leaving something out, you're saying that Chris didn't do anything to you. That's what you said. So we're going to roll with what you said. You're saying you were the victim of something. Let's roll with it. I'll roll with it, girl. I will roll with you. Because what you have said is this man hasn't done anything to you. Even though you're swearing he did something to you that he needs to apologize for. Now, America, I bought 2 of these glasses from the Marshalls. And last week, one of them broke. I'm so sad about it. And I went back to, no, Home Goods is where I got it from. I went back to Home Goods to try to find it. I couldn't find it. This is why I impulse shop. Anyway, let me focus. So like I said, let's get back to the reunion. So I don't understand. Again, Gizelle, why are you mad? Who are you mad at? You are mad at people for responding. Because Candice, as much as people can't stand her mouth, Candice is always responding to idiots. That is what is happening. I don't know one person on the show that Candice just went left on for no reason. I don't know one. Y'all feel free to chime down in the comments who she went off on for absolutely no reason. Just attack this person for nothing. I don't know anybody. So, I don't know why Gizelle is angry. I do think this, though. My theory about her anger is that I think Gizelle wanted to convince the audience that Candice and Wendy are terrible people, and she just didn't succeed. Now, there are people in the audience still who will say, oh, I don't like Candice, or now I'm finally liking Candice, or whatever. But I think people tend to love an underdog. And I think the fact that some people feel like Candice finally, they broke her. I don't think Candice is broken in any way at all. I think Candice is like, I'm winning. I came on this show. I prayed for this opportunity. I came on this show. You know, people are going to like me. Some aren't, and that's okay too. I'm over here with my Deep Space, what is it? Re-release. Sorry, Candice, if I'm getting it wrong. I can sing. I have a whole voice. I have a whole mom and dad who are both, I think, psychiatrists or doctors. And I'm going to go live my best, you know, what's the right word? Privileged Black girl magic life. That's what she's doing. And I ain't mad at her. She got herself a whole white man who knows how to cook, honey. And I would love for Chris to cook for me because, sad, my husband can't really cook, but, you know, he's good at other things. So we're going to roll with it. You know, I just feel like that's how you got to do. You got to, he ain't going to be good at everything, but he's good at the things that matter. And that's all I'm going to say. I'll just leave it there. What else did I want to say about Gizelle? I was happy that Candice finally said, you know, to Gizelle at some point. This happens later, but she said to Gizelle that, because I think Andy was asking her something about, they were discussing what happened with Mo'Nique and Candace, and does Candice believe that Gizelle was really her friend during the time that, you know, Gizelle was most had Candice's back? I never believed that. I always believed that Candice and Mo'Nique got played. Because Gizelle told Mo'Nique when they were wherever they were, Barcelona, the South of France, wherever they went. She told her when they were on that balcony and having breakfast, she said, I'm just going to wait in the cut, you know, for the perfect time. And I'm paraphrasing, to blow your face off. That's what she told Mo'Nique. And then it seemed like the next season or two, I don't remember if it was the next season or the following season after that, but it was season 5. And it was, for whatever reason, I don't know what it was, but somehow, I don't know if Mo'Nique and Gizelle called it a truce, or they're just kind of like, we have to be in this world together. Let's get this check. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but you notice in that season, before the fight, Gizelle and Mo'Nique are having lunch together. And then, you know, to me, Gizelle is giving Mo'Nique information about Candice. About, oh, she said this about you. Why is she doing that to you? Why is she not, you know, informing you about Sharice coming to some party or something? I can't remember exactly what it was. But it was all applied in a scheme that Todd said to come to us with Bush. Just saying. No, it was a setup, in my opinion, from what I could see. And I just don't think Mo'Nique, from the way it played out on the show, I don't think Mo'Nique and Candace realized what was going on, but they were being played. Gizelle was acting like she was giving Mo'Nique the real of what Candice is, and then not telling Candice anything, really. Just listening to Candice kind of say, you know, what's going on with Mo'Nique. And she even had a conversation with Mo'Nique, I think at the restaurant. Chris, like, made food for them or something like this. I think he made chicken wings for Gizelle or something. And we know Gizelle likes to eat, so there's that. But I saw it from a mile away. And so then when they had that whole situation, and people want to argue whether or not Candice threw the glass or Mo'Nique grabbed or whatever happened, they had a fight. It shouldn't have happened. We got to use our words. We do. But I do think in my world, what would happen is that even if Candice and Mo'Nique never were friends, which I don't think you can really be friends with someone after they beat you up on TV, especially. But at all, if they put their hands on you, I can't never be in a space with someone, you put your hands on me like that. We just probably never gonna ever rekindle that. I can forgive you, move forward, but we don't really need to be in each other's space like that. But to join forces for the greater good, I would love to see Candice and Mo'Nique go on a fake vacation together, go have a good time in Italy, something like that, where both of their husbands hang out, they hang out for the gram, and just, you know, neither one of them are on the show, but just give us a whole show outside of the show, and just, it would irritate Giselle's soul, because, you know, she would act like she didn't care. I don't care at all. Like, I don't care. That's Gizelle, even though she cares. You can't be that alone and not care. She cares. Be very sure she cares. And now that, you know, her Grace, which I think Grace is beautiful. I think her children are the best part of her, is off at college. And then the next year, the twins are going to be gone to college. And that has to be, you know, that's the part of life where I feel like you start realizing, you know, there's more of a past and a future. Sad to say, you know, with everything going on, but despite how much I think Gizelle is annoying and frustrating and she's unforgiving for whatever reason. Carlos King, by the way, you talking about Gizelle on your podcast, she's never coming back on your podcast again unless someone's paying her. And even then, I don't even think she would, because listen, she won't even get her act together on her current show on Bravo. She won't get her act together for this chick. She won't. She's never going to. She doesn't have it in her, in my opinion. She doesn't give forgiving. She just doesn't. So I think you saying anything against her ever is just, with the exception of Karen, I don't know what it is. Karen can do it and it's all good. I just don't get it. I think she pretended to like be on Candace's side just because she hated Mo'Nique, just like what Candice said. Okay. So Robyn, when Chris comes out, Robyn has all this gravitas and she's just woke up and she just has all this to say about Chris. And I'm like, girl, why are you asking Chris all of these questions that you never asked Juan about the girl in Canada and all the other women that Karen keeps saying are in the Baltimore or whatever area? How do you have all this smoke for this woman's husband and his alleged limp penis that anybody can get a penis from somewhere? I probably shouldn't say that on here. So I don't know how that's going to work. But anyways, how do you have all this smoke for this guy? You said he's such a good guy. Come here, give me a hug. I don't believe that. We ain't doing that. Now you hate him. What did Chris do? What did he do? You keep saying to Candice, and you have a valid point. Candice, that had nothing to do with you. When she said, when Robyn is speaking about whatever she said behind her paywall. She's right. It didn't have anything to do with Candice. I get Candice's point. It feels as though, these are my feelings, like you're hiding something, your real life, and allowing these people to highlight fake-ish said about my alleged life. Allowing these people to highlight fakeness that Ashley and her, Sesame Street friends decided to conjure up along with Ashley and Gizelle. That was Chris's and really more or less Candice's point. Why are you doing this? Why are you hiding this stuff? Which Robyn, if I'm being fair, Robyn has every right to hide whatever she wants. Period. Check or no check. That's just how I feel about it. I'm never changing it. It ain't changing over here. She has the right to do that. Like Candice said, we have judicial, whatever the word is that she is, over their life and what they want to share. They do. I don't have to share, me grabbing my whole baby out of my vagina like Kourtney Kardashian did on the Kardashians. That's great TV. But I don't have to share that if I want to. She didn't have to share that. She chose to, and it's going down in history. Great TV. So I'm not mad at Robyn for not sharing that. And like she said, if we got over it and we moved past it, which I don't know that I believe that any day of the week, but if they move past it, no, they don't have to then say, listen, 3 months ago, before we started filming, Rob and I, or Juan and I went through this, that, and the third. I don't see why she would do that. It makes absolutely no sense. Other than to try to secure another check for the next season. And for some people, that's a bigger thing for them. And I think the audience that wants to see the mess, that's what they want. Would I mind saying it? No, because I would like for Robyn to stand up for herself, but she's not going to. She just isn't. The only person Robyn's going to stand up for is Juan. People don't really change. Let's be clear. Listen, we have a whole Bible that tells us what we ain't supposed to do. And like I said before, people be like, you know what? I'm about to just, listen, go over here and fornicate a little bit, you know what I'm saying, over here. And then I ask God for forgiveness. This is what we do as human beings. It just is what it is. Stop me when I'm lying about something. I'm just saying. So if we don't, most of us, change permanently for God, what makes you think Robyn or Juan is about to change for Robyn or vice versa? They're not going to. She remarried this man after he had paid for a hotel room for this lady who allegedly lost her wallet in a casino and couldn't pay for her room. Let's be clear. They pay for your room before you get there. They hold whatever it is, $500, $1,000, whatever it is, depending on the level of hotel. So her having a card doesn't matter. They already have a card. So Robyn and Juan, I need y'all to try again. Nobody believes these lies. Like, stop it. Like, come up with something more believable. I cannot. Anyway, it's beyond laughable that you have all of this to say about Chris. You continuously asking this man about his alleged limp penis. I need to probably stop saying that word. Sorry. Why are you doing this? You look crazy. Your husband isn't even there. Wendy has already, in my opinion, unintentionally embarrassed you. Okay? She's already said your husband isn't even man enough to come and take some of these bullets with you. And you have the audacity to sit there and say something about this woman's real husband that cares about her, that's in her life. What are you doing? What are you doing? You're mad at her because why? You really mad at Juan. That's who you need. If you're not, that's who you need to be mad at. Because what did Candice do to you? But call him out for who he is. She called you out for what you're doing. And you guys, see, this is the thing. If I'm Candice, you were never my friend. Candice did show the receipts. She did reach out. Could she have done more? Who knows? Yes. If she's me, probably, because I'm that girl. I would try to do more so that I know when I die, when I leave my head down at night, I did what I could. But that's me, right? I'm not everybody else. I'm Chanel. That's it, right? But here's the thing. If you were ever her friend, you don't then come on TV. Even if you're... See, I don't do that. I don't do that. I'm going to tear people down on Mad Day. I don't do that. And I also don't do that. I'm going to go over the line stuff. Now, the fact that Gizelle did all this stuff with her husband and pretending this man did something to her... I might have to take exception in what my line is in terms of what I'm gonna do. But I'm just not a vindictive human being. I feel like I'm the daughter of the highest king, and therefore he's gonna get you. I don't have to get you. But if I'm in the moment, I just don't know. It's like I can't be trusted in sex. with a sax card. I can't be trusted. So I don't know what I would do, but it just isn't who I am naturally to be vindictive. I just feel like God will get you better than I can ever get you. Just saying. So, but with that being said, I can't say what Candice should or shouldn't done or how she should or shouldn't behave regarding Gizelle. I just think that trying to be vindictive is just always never going to end well for you, for whoever that person is. Plus, I don't need that kind of karma. Karma has everybody's address, and it doesn't have a due date. It shows up whenever. So, girl, think about it, Gizelle. You want to have a husband as much as you sit over there and act like you unbothered. You want to have a husband. Imagine that's your husband. And someone's on TV accusing him of something that you know he didn't do. You would have no understanding. Be clear. You did this to this lady's husband and you mad at her. This is the insanity that I cannot get past. I don't understand. But again, Robyn, girl, what did the grand dame say? Girl, he got a whole ass receipt. He signed a whole ass receipt. What are you doing? Why are you talking to Chris? And I love that Chris just kept shutting it down. Like, I don't have nothing to say to y'all. I ain't had nothing to say to y'all. I've been over here minding my whole business. Shut the hell up. That's what Chris is basically saying. Shut the hell up. You don't have a man. Chris didn't say this. I'm saying the Chanel reality saying it. Not that you need a man. I don't feel like, you know, you have to have a man or a wife or whatever to be whole. I don't. I just don't. I think that you need to be a good, decent human being to be whole. I think you need to mind your business and be kind to others to be whole. I think contributing to the world in a positive way is a good way to be whole. I think stop trying to belittle others to have a leg up or for a paycheck or whatever it is. You need these type of characteristics to be whole. I do. I don't think Robyn or Gizelle or Ashley or honestly Mia or even Karen. I don't even think Karen's happy. I think Karen's happy in her life in terms of where she's been able to rise up to. You know, she's on this platform. She has this Ladom perfume and Gizelle laughed in her face and now she's the one winning and her body is snatched for the gods. I think she's happy in that way, but I also think she knows her husband's, 20 years older than her or something like that, 18 years older. And so, you know, just like Mia and Gordon, he has more of a past and a future. And I'm saying that nicely. Because I do think he provided a great life for Karen, for what Karen wanted. And I think her future is bright. I do. And Karen isn't my favorite person, so let's be very clear. Because she ain't the saint. But I do love that she's shining and she's rising to the occasion and she can be the bigger person. I do respect that about Karen. And I would love it if she would come on here and be on my show on Chanel's Reality. I don't think Karen is ever going to come. And Karen would be condescending if she came. Because she's a tourist. And they're condescending because they're very smart people, but they can't get their life together. I'm married to one, be clear. So I know exactly what I'm talking about. Candice does too. I mean, what's her name? The grand dame, Karen, she does too. I just want Robyn, instead of trying to hound Candice and her husband about whatever he is or is not doing with his privates, I just want you to figure out how to tell Juan how to have Juan not publicly embarrass you year after year on a nationally syndicated television show that's people can rebuy. Figure that part out before you come over here asking him about whatever this alleged lying lady. I don't know if she's telling the truth or not, but it seems to be false because she came back and said, you know, it was false. But figure out why you had to go behind a whole paywall to tell your quote-unquote business when you were getting a whole check from Bravo. Figure out why that was smart to you. It was smart for Gizelle because Gizelle ain't lost nothing. She still got her good old job at Bravo. Believe that. You say you quit, or I don't know, people are saying you quit. I don't know if that's true. But I just want y'all, you and Gizelle with all y'all audacities, and what's her name? Ashley too. I mean, here's the thing. Y'all are unmarried, unhappy, unfulfilled, and y'all sit there and criticize people. And this is the thing. I don't think you need to be married to be fulfilled. But there's a glaring issue that you guys seemingly have, specifically Gizelle, with married people. Because those are the people you attack. You attack Karen. You at some point attacked Ashley. You attacked Wendy. You attacked Candice at this point. You attacked Mo'Nique For what? You attacked even Katie. Y'all over here talking about y'all don't know what colorism is. Don't even get me started on Robyn and this girl. You had me for a second. I was like, oh, I was feeling bad for Robyn for a second. But I realized she didn't actually cry. And then I thought back to myself. I was like, the whole first season was a colorism season. Y'all were being rude and just unrelenting with regard to Katie Ross. Y'all was like, what is your, because I think Robyn asked this, what are your children going to check on the box? If their dad is white, they can check white. If their mom is white, they can check white. If they're not even white, they can check white. If they're Spanish, they can check white. Let's be clear about it, okay? She don't have to be black and white or whatever for her children to check that their fathers are white, my understanding. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat. But what are you going to check, Gizelle and Robyn, since y'all want to ask these questions? What are your children going to check? Stop it. It's unnecessary. And why are you doing that? And then y'all sit here and act like y'all don't understand what colorism is when you guys were being the colorists at the time. And let's be clear. Candice and Wendy are not in charge of colorism. I'm so sad I have to say this again. It is not their fight. Be clear. It is their employer. Anytime you go to your employer's HR and you say this ism or whatever it is happening on our show, it's happening to me indirectly or directly. Because we all know if you ever talk to HR, nobody has to say anything directly to you. You could hear it in the hallway and it could be problematic for you at work. These people talking about PRA, it's problematic for me at work. I don't want to hear about that. And I'm not being honest. I'm just saying. So this idea that it has to be coming directly from Karen or from Mia or from Gizelle or from Robyn or any of it, it don't have to be coming directly from them. They're benefiting from it. Bravo is the problem. They're the problem too, but y'all are the problem because y'all have now invested in it, right? Y'all are sitting over here. Let me paint a picture. Bravo is now, this past season, woefully ignorant. Catch it. Okay? Why do I say that? Because Bravo continuously pointed out and highlighted every time Candice or Wendy, which are the dark chocolate women like me, said anything that they didn't like, that was problematic or rude or whatever it is to anyone else. They made sure to continuously point that out. They didn't continuously point out the radio, the behind the paywall, where Gizelle and Robyn continuously said that, you know, Chris, that they believed this information that this lady who, Tasha K is my understanding, did an interview with her and basically said, I don't believe this lady, essentially, or that she's not believable. And they just keep perpetuating even down to the reunion. Right? Y'all highlighted allegedly Wendy and Candace having a facial expressions when everybody has a facial expression. Stop it, Bravo. But we're going to make sure we say that these two are having facial expressions. Like I said before, how do you know what I'm thinking? Because last time I checked, nobody knows what anyone is thinking. You can guess all day long, but you don't know it until I say it. And even if I say it, I might not be telling the truth. So how do you know, Bravo, enough to say, let's highlight these things? You didn't highlight everybody else's facial expressions. How do we know what they were thinking? We know Ashley, every time she's saying anything or doing anything or thinking about doing anything, she about to lie. How do I know? Because she doesn't do anything but lie. We've highlighted all the lies, right? Chris is DMing her at 2 a.m. Lies. Her and her Sesame Street friends. I've never known her, Deborah, to be a liar, to be dishonest. Girl, it's on tape. What are you talking about? We all know she's dishonest. What are you talking about? And then let me just be clear. Bravo. Since we talking about the colorism thing. Y'all over here talk about, you know, I feel like Bravo's the problem. And I'm going to say it till the day I die. Prove me wrong. Give me some information that makes me believe otherwise. But until then, I'm going to say what I say. Okay. So I never seen a person come to an event, get mic'd up, have a camera guy or person follow them around with a lighting crew or a lighted camera, whatever you want to call it. You go around and say hi to everybody. And the camera shows it, right? We see it. When did that happen before? How is it that Deborah has more camera time than Sharice? Didn't Sharice start the show? So in my opinion, Bravo wanted this lady on the show. Y'all know of any other time when that happened? Where we mic up people, give them a video camera person to follow them around and say hi to 15 people? I'm joking, but like 5 people. She basically went around and said hi to everybody on the cast for the most part, except Candice. And then later on that night, gets into a fight, starts a fight. I don't know anybody else. Maybe on another Bravo show. I've never seen that though. So to me, it seems like you allowed a lady to come who you know has lied on the paid people on this show, or the paid lady's husband. We know she's lied because y'all pointed it out to us. Not only did she lie, Ashley lied, Gizelle and Robyn lied. They all lied about this whole woman's husband. But then you want to bring the liar back and her friends to beat up this lady? This not even she didn't even get to Candice, really. She threw something at Candice, I think a drink, but then she beat up the other lady that you're paying to be on your show. That's not problematic for Bravo. It's problematic. And Andy, why you sitting up here acting like it's all good, bro? Listen, come on, Chanel's Reality. Let me interview you. I have some questions. I have a few questions of my own. One would be, sir, you getting all these lawsuits. They coming from every which way. You may want to just buy out from the limelight. Maybe you got enough money to whatever, but I don't know. Listen, moving on. I don't have anything to say about Ashley because I don't feel like Ashley brought anything. I don't think Ashley needs to come back. I can't stand Ashley. She's probably a decent human being. No, I can't say that. You can't be a decent human being in real life and then cause as much havoc, lie on people. It's one thing to put out real things. That's treacherous enough. Like, okay, they only had, Robyn and Juan only had like $28 their first season or whatever, which begs the how are y'all hiring a person that's a real housewife? Aren't these people supposed to be ladies of leisure? How you lady of leisure with $25 in your bank account? Listen, I didn't have $25 in my bank account. As a whole married lady, ain't listen. I ain't lying over here. Sure have. It's life, happens. But I'm also not a real housewife or whatever. Just saying. But this is the thing. I ain't mad at her. But those are quote unquote true lies. At least she was bringing us the truth. It's treacherous, but it was at least the truth. Her over here acting like Chris is trying to DM her at 2 a.m. It's just a lie from the pits of hell. Because she has to deal with Michael. If we just keeping it a buck. It's jealousy. That's the reason she can't. That's the reason, Candice, she still doesn't like you. Don't buy into the fun girl situation. That lady is treacherous. She doesn't like you just as much as Gizelle doesn't. She just understands how to hold it better. She can be fun and all that. She doesn't like you. Mia, I don't understand why Mia's in the front seat. People were like, oh my God, the last 12 minutes. I get it. I don't get it. Yeah, it's treacherous what's going on in their marriage, but I still don't think that she needs to be in the front seat. People are like, Carlos King over there talking about, oh, Mia's the MVP. She's the face of Bravo. When? Where? I hope not. It's horrible. No. Mia, no. Absolutely not. Why? Because, okay, so I'll say this much. Mia is likable, even though she's unlikable. She's likable in the sense that she could be treacherous how she was. She could be reactive and she might punch you. So that's entertaining. I would never advise, or I don't think any of that's good. I'm just saying it's entertaining for people, for something like that to happen. But Mia can move forward is the reason that I'm saying she's likable. She can move forward. She could be a good time. She's a treacherous human being though. She just is. You cannot, I don't think she should even be on this show. You didn't hit this lady with your purse and allegedly and threw a drink at her and all that. You don't deserve to be on TV getting a check. No, absolutely not. She should have been gone in. This is why Gizelle can continue to do the treacherous stuff. Because Gizelle has to be saying, but I ain't hit nobody. If I'm Giselle's lawyer, if I'm her person, I'm her agent, but I ain't hit nobody. Yeah, I'm treacherous, but I ain't hit nobody. And I don't like Gizelle. But I'm saying, if I'm Gizelle, I certainly can't go before her. I could say whatever, but I ain't hurt nobody. Well, you are, but physically. So I don't know why she's on at the front. I don't get it. Even her being in the front seat, I'm just like, why is she there? Like I said, they robbed Candice 2 years in a row of that seat. Not that I care about the seat. Candice probably doesn't care about the seat, but we know was really real. We got to put the light right close to white girl over there. It's institutional racism at its best. Like I said, anytime you go out of your way to edit to make these people look a certain way, when we've already told you colorism is alive and well on this show. We've given you example after example after example, and then you still do it. It's institutional. Y'all bought into it. Bravo. Come on my show and tell me I'm wrong. Please point out how I'm wrong. I would love to know. I'm not. I'm right. And I know that I am. I don't think it's a good idea to bring those kids into it. They're innocent, and their fraternity shouldn't be up for whatever on TV. It just ain't cool. It's not. Listen, the whole scenario that people are like, well, Gordon is in the background and Mia's talking to the DJ guy or whatever, the personality. I didn't think anything of it. I know a person who when she was getting ready to have her baby, her baby daddy, meaning she had another baby previously. She had one baby. She's getting ready to have her second baby. So the BD and the new BD, that she wasn't sure who was the BD, baby daddy. They were both there in the I want to say operating room, but I guess it's the delivery room. So Mia's situation, I didn't understand it. All I could do is I was like, girl, your P must shoot diamonds, sis. Like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Listen, because how you have the baby daddy and the maybe daddy, child, help me understand how you have the baby daddy and the maybe daddy. Again, must shoot out diamonds. I don't get it. And the sad part is, I will say this sad, but it ain't sad. This is the thing with Mia and Gordon. It's sad because it's evident that Gordon realizes that he has more of a past in the future. He realizes it. And he doesn't want to be alone. And he knows he won't ever get another lady of Mia's, stature and, the way she carries herself and all that. She's somebody hot. I don't like girls, but even if I did, that would never, she's disgusting to me in person. I mean, not in person, but just in general. I just don't, who she is what I can't get past. That's where I'm gonna start there. Okay. So, but I know that he likes who she is, and he knows that he can't probably get that again. Plus, he probably obviously got her with money. I mean, listen. Her Crown Victoria is for sale. Just like, who's the other one that I was talking about? Portia Williams. Stop me when I'm like, it's just for sale. It is what it is. So in that way, I kind of have a little bit of empathy for Gordon, but then I think to myself, it's weird because one moment I'm like, Mia's nothing but a liar, and Gordon is also a savage. But then she says something that is savage, like, you locked me in a room and took my phone. That is savage. That is, she then says, he drained her bank account. He didn't say he didn't, unless they edited it out. And I don't think production would do that, not with that type of salacious information. So you just don't know who you could believe, because then they're both savage. She's having this extramarital affair, according to her and him on some level, that, she's been having for 10 years. And it's like, Gordon, you can't be mad at this lady. You can, because you can. But you can't be mad at this lady if you supposedly gave her permission. I just feel like sounds like it's going to be an episode of 2020 or First 48 or it's not okay. Snapped. It's not okay. It sounds like it's going to end terribly. Possibly violently. It's just not okay. So again, I don't know again why they're first seat. I think it's a much bigger story with Candice being front seat with everything that has transpired with her. That's just me personally. And I think they robbed that lady of that. And so she was just like, I'm out. And all the people that's like, oh my God, I hated Candice. This is the thing. How y'all hate this lady this much, but then talk about her religiously and just can't let her, she's on your tongue. Like I go and I listen to some of the people and I'm just like, y'all hate this lady so much, but y'all can't stop talking about her. How? I don't sit around and talk about people I hate. Just saying. I watched this show, I recapped the show, and I'm talking about these people because of that, but I'm not talking about these people outside of this. Just saying. Listen, when Wendy and Eddie, they're so cute. Listen. I loved when Wendy and Eddie, when Eddie came on the stage, and Eddie's first thing out his mouth outside of, hey, Eddie, how you doing? Was, we have made 2 points, because he turned his Happy Eddie, the shade tree they tried to build for Eddie, the Sesame Street characters. Oh, Happy Eddie, whatever. Happy Eddie said, Happy Eddie has made $2-something million, and I ain't even mad at him. I'm like, yes. What NENE Leak said, raise the garage up on him, Greg. Yes, honey. Like, you tried to send me under, and listen, I'm over here thriving, babe. Okay? Thriving. Now, here's the thing. I'm not a person that advertises drugs or is for drugs of any sort. So I'm not going to ever be like, oh, I'm so happy. But, I mean, the fact that, for some people, I will say this did change my mind. Some years ago, I watched a documentary, just a short little thing. And this guy was, I don't know what he was suffering from. I feel like it was like some variation of like multiple sclerosis or something like that, where he couldn't really like stop shaking or stop moving or something. And I don't think, they never showed him like smoking weed, but I think he inhaled it, or they gave him some sort of maybe gummy something, whatever it was. That man stopped shaking and he had a much better quality of life. And after that, I was like, I can no longer act like it's the worst thing in the world when this man, it changed his life. So, I'm not saying people should be out there doing it or anything like that. I do think that there's such hypocrisy with Big Pharma and all of the things that they, can sell us on TV. They can tell us on TV that this pharmaceutical drug causes anal leakage and DEATH, but yet you can still sell it. How? Help me understand. But you can. And so therefore, to each his own. Whatever, that's why I say, whatever's going to work between you and your doctor, do that. And if Mr. OSEFO can sell it and make $2 million in profit or whatever it is that he said, sales, I ain't mad at him. I ain't mad at him at all. Nneka, girl, you said a few things. Listen, we forgot about you. I didn't even have you on my thing here. I'm so sorry. I was listening to Kempire and DJ Sky. Love both of them. And they mentioned you at the end. I was like, oh shit, I forgot to add her. Yeah. I actually want you to come back. This is my prediction. I think that Nneka is going to, again, apologize to Dr. Wendy OSEFO. I don't think Wendy OSEFO is really she'll take it, but she's not really taking it, because I just think she's a real one. Just my opinion. I think Nneka messed up. Miss Nneka, if you care to come back and stay on the show, listen to Chanel, okay? So my opinion is this. You went about it the wrong way. You did what you thought to be a smart move, which is, let me cement my spot by getting in, quote unquote, with the green-eyed bandits, which from my understanding, from what we're being told, half of that lady isn't coming back. I don't know if I believe that at all. Robyn might be sitting on that couch next semester or next year. I think she will, personally, but we'll see. So I think that's what you thought was the way in, but the audience doesn't like them. There's a portion of the audience that does. I don't, because I just think that they can't get over themselves. I think they hold themselves in higher esteem than they should, to be honest, because some of the things they have done and said is treacherous. If we just call a thing, it's just, stop me when I'm lying. The other part is they've lied on this lady over here relentlessly for no reason. There's no reason they should have lied on these women, both of them. Wendy or really, they lied on everybody. Wendy, Mo'Nique, they said she didn't even, that was the trainer's baby. But she still ain't apologized for that. But nonetheless, Karen, they've lied on her. It's just been relentless year after year. And it's unchecked. Yet nobody can say anything about Juan. Nobody should say anything about anything that's going on with Gizelle, even though she brings a whole new man on the reunion. Well, the past 2 reunions, she hasn't brought anybody because I don't think she has anybody. I don't really think she's ever really had anybody. Except for maybe that one guy. That was that one lady's ex-husband or something. Anyway. But I think you thought that was your way in. And really, it's going to be your way out. Please don't do that again. Because let's be clear. You're not a dummy. If you are who you say you are, which we didn't see you at any law firm, we need to see that if that's truly who you are. Okay? You say your daddy is a rich bitch and he made you a rich bitch. When and where? Day one, you looked flawless getting out your G-Wagon with your dress, your jacket, dress. It was cute. You looked great. After that, I didn't see anything really great, if I'm being honest. And have your girlfriends get a new wig. Listen, I know I'm a struggle. I got a struggle wig on now. This wig, I promise you, was in a box somewhere. Promise you. So maybe 2 months ago, whenever I started this YouTube journey. But they all had struggle wigs. When they came over to your house, the lady that you was confirming, whatever, that didn't go well. If you want to come back and do it right, you should have gone to Wendy and said, this is what would have set it off for you. Okay? You should have came to Wendy and say, listen, we need to have a whole conversation. This is what's happened. I'm telling you what's happening in my life, what I'm being told. I don't appreciate it. I can't say for sure, but this is what I'm being told. This is what I witnessed, X, Y, and Z. That could have been your entrance onto the show with whatever, if you were going to even bring that up, which I've talked to some of my Nigerian friends and they like, don't play like that. I have a whole Nigerian friend right now. Her mom, it's her understanding. She was telling me this last week actually about she's like, I don't know if you believe in witchcraft and all that, and I don't, but I do think that there are things that go on beyond what we could see. I don't want to see it. So let's just be clear over here. I'm good. Okay. But she was saying that some lady back in Nigeria had a problem with her mom, or her mom was supposed to have been sending money or something, whatever it was. Apparently the lady prayed against her, and then now her mom has been ill. And then she said to me that her mom verified it some kind of way. And I don't even know if the lady said it or whatever happened, but her mom is ill, like really ill. And so I was like, ooh, because I called her like, yo, this is what they talking about on Potomac. Is this real? You know, because I'm like, all of y'all are princesses over here, you know, in Africa and whatever country you're living in. I love my people from the motherland. But you should have handled that differently, especially from what I understand how serious it is. Now, this is the thing. Initially, I was like buying into the producers just told Ashley to bring this up. But even though Ashley's messy, I was like, did Ashley remember that? But no, I think, this is my opinion, I think that Nneka knew about it, because I do think she watched the show, but they all do. So let's be clear. I'm not saying anything negative about her regarding that, because they all watched the show. They all act like, oh, I didn't know. Yes, you did. Stop it. Stop lying. Y'all all watch the show. Y'all are all fans of the show. Stop it. Except maybe the people in Orange County, the original ones, because they didn't have anything. They were the first. But all of these people that are on this show, including the ones that I love, Candice and Wendy, they all watch the show. All of them. They're all fans of the show. Even the ones that's like, oh, I didn't know. Shut up. You knew. You don't apply for a job and know nothing about it. Stop. Anyway, that's what you should have done. But you didn't. And I think you realize now, from all of the feedback you got from the audience, of like, it's shady and no one likes it. It just feels very thirsty. And you, I feel like, could have shown up as your authentic self, and you could have been likable. I'm hoping that, you know, you learn from this and you realize your mistakes, and we'll do better next season. And I'm hoping that Wendy can forgive you and move forward. I would never trust you if I'm Wendy, because if you're willing to do that to your Nigerian sister, it ain't cool. Just like what Gizelle and Robyn and them have done to Candice, it ain't cool. It really ain't cool what Gizelle has done to any of those people on the show. Personally, I wouldn't be her friend, because she's no one's friend. What else did I want to say? I loved all the replies that Chris kept giving everybody, which is dust. Like, Chris is just like, I ain't doing this with y'all. Like I said, I don't know the lady. And again, it's just like, Robyn, girl, why? I will say this about Gizelle. I think Gizelle looked gorgeous. I know on another show, Rodney, the voice, love him, love him. He was just dragging Gizelle. He was like, what did he say? Gizelle could like basically walk and go into any restaurant or whatever and just look like a regular lady with a black dress, and nobody else could do that. He's probably right, but I thought she looked cute. It looks like Versace. I'm not sure who made her dress, but that's what it looked like, and she looked great in it. I personally thought everybody looked great except Nneka. And I didn't think she looked bad. I just didn't think she looked great. Let's see. I had some more notes about Nneka. Yeah, I was just like, what did I say? I said, I just think it's savage to go against the person from your own heritage publicly. I do. Yeah, I think you would have been received better if you would have embraced her. Like I said, if you could have, y'all could have shown us. This is the thing. I love my Nigerian people, the people that come and snatch my edges together and braid my hair and all that. I love y'all. They all seem to know French. They all got a whole bunch of babies, and I'm always like, are you a princess in your country? Like, I love y'all. And I hate that it ended up being this. This is what you're presenting. And I know, I feel in my heart that the Nigerian culture is not pleased. And I don't know a lot of people from there. But aside from, like, I work at a hospital, and there are a lot of nurses that are from there. So that's my way that I know them. And then also I used to manage, I was a program manager at a company with people who have intellectual disabilities. And a lot of the staff were from Nigeria. So, anywho, I just think, girl, you could have came on the show differently. So my guess is, like I said, you're probably going to apologize. Wendy might apologize, but I don't think Wendy's going to be sincere because I don't think Wendy thinks you're sincere. I think you went against her mom, and I get why she would probably never trust you. I get it. I mean, would you trust you after someone attacks your mom? Probably not. Like I said, Ashley brought absolutely nothing. Gordon, he's saying that, you know, I'm going to talk to you guys about something y'all probably wondered about. I don't know what it is, and I don't really care. If it's dealing with their child, I just think it's disgusting to talk about on TV. It's none of our business. And the child didn't sign on the dotted line. Bravo. So have some class and not air that, but I know they are because they don't have any class. And I would say the Oscar goes to Robyn Dixon, girl, because you fake. I'm not even going to do, I can't. What are your kids going to think, Robyn, girl? Ugh. I want to give a good send off to Candice. I think she's great. Candice, come on, Chanel's Reality, girl. I know you're probably never going to see this, but maybe we will one day. And then, like I said, Karen didn't bring anything. I love that Dr. Wendy stated. Let me just say this for all the people who swear colorism doesn't exist and it doesn't exist in this. Here's the thing, and I'm gonna keep saying this: race is a construct. It is man-made. Okay, that's what it is. It's a construct. Race is made by man to categorize people. Race is about your features. So, what color are you? What's your eye color? Is your nose skinny or large? Do you have big ears or small ears? Do you have brown eyes or blue eyes? Do you have gray eyes or green eyes? Do you have full lips or thin lips? Do you have, it's all about what you figure, what you look like. It has nothing to do with your worth or whether or not you have intelligence or if you're ignorant. It has nothing to do with any of that. And that's what I'm saying. It's a man-made construct. And so for the people who are running around the earth who've been ignorant because they just don't know any better, or they woefully ignorant and don't care to know any better. And ignorant just means you're stupid to the facts. It doesn't mean you're stupid. You just don't know the facts. In this realm, you're ignorant, meaning you just don't understand, or like Dr. Wendy said, don't have the capacity. You don't have the range. Either way, I'm here to inform you. Race is a construct to categorize people. So then you can say, these lighter skinned people are better than these people. And that's exactly what happened to enslaved people in this country. Right? So the master had, you know, his way, the R word, with women who were on, enslaved women, and say it like that, and then they had babies who were lighter. And because of that, sometimes they were given, you know, certain, I don't know if the right word is amenities, They were sometimes able to work in the home as opposed to in the field, right? So just by proximity, eventually it's gonna roll this favoritism. It's going to divide people. And it did. And over time, if you go read a book, they're called H niggas, right? House niggas. Or field, like that's what it was. It's what it is. It's just a fact, right? So this idea that these people can sit around and say, yes, we can agree that racism exists. We can all agree on that, right? Because it's documented in this country's dark history. It just is what it is, right? So how can we agree that racism exists in this country, but not colorism? Right? And it certainly can't be on this television show. This is why I say some people are ignorant. Of course it's on this television show. Whether or not people are intentionally being colorist, that's another conversation. But is it happening? Absolutely. I gave you examples of it. Why is it that we're showing everything Wendy and Candace do? They're my color or darker or lighter. I don't know exactly. But there's some variation of me, right? And then you have Gizelle and Robyn who have gone against Bravo. They've gone on a whole paywall, behind a whole paywall, and told a whole story that should have been on TV, according to the fans of this show. Or some of the fans, right? And they said all kinds of salacious lies, allegedly, about this woman's husband. On TV, off TV. Why is it that Bravo didn't do that? Isn't that highlighted multiple times, Bravo? Because Bravo is institutionally racist. Okay, let's just say I'm lying. Let's say it's me. How is it that you have a whole season of a show, New York, with a whole brown lady, very educated brown lady, Miss Ebony, right? How you have her on your show and not have a reunion? That whole season was full of all kinds of racist things that were going on, just even in the world. We had COVID going on. We had Black Lives Matter out here marching. We had all of the atrocious things that happened to, Breonna Taylor. I forget George Ford and others. There were many others. And Ebony K. Williams, she came on the Bravo and talked about it. Ramona was running around being chased by Ebony on some level because she wouldn't talk to her about it because she just doesn't want to talk about it because she doesn't want to deal with it. And for all of the people out here like, oh my God, I don't want to talk about race all the time. Everything isn't about race. You're right. How about I'm tired of living in a racist ass country? So you tired of having to talk about it. I'm tired of having to be a part of the racism. I'm tired of I just want to leave a hospital because y'all not giving me any treatment when I have on things that say I had surgery 6 hours ago. Can you take this IV out my arm? I ask you. You tell me no. I'm here with my husband just trying to get some treatment. I had surgery 6 hours ago. But you gonna take this out my arm because I want to sign a piece of paper that says I'm gonna relieve y'all of all of y'all's anything that happens to me, any type of responsibility, because you're not treating me, even though I've been here over an hour and a half. You haven't even offered me a Tylenol. Even though I have on bands that say I had surgery earlier, that say I'm allergic to this, that say I was at this hospital earlier today, that say, girl, don't get me started. So then my husband comes over and says, take this out of my wife's arm so I can take her to the hospital where she clearly had surgery earlier today. And the white nurse, okay, tells my husband, if he tries to leave with me, she's going to call the constable. She's calling the police on my husband. Why? What has he done? I didn't want to believe. Listen, I was sick for 2 years. I didn't want to believe. I have friends in healthcare, people that I know that are surgeons, doctors. Like I told you, I worked in the hospital. They all tell me it's racist, and I'm like, oh no, But I worked in the psych part, so I didn't want to believe it. But explain to me, what else is it? You're gonna call the police on my husband because he wants you to take the IV out of my arm, so that I already asked you to take out, by the way. I have to save him, even though he hasn't done anything. I have to give up all my rights. That lady said, I'm going to call the police on your husband if you try to. She said, I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call the constable if you try to leave here with her. I immediately said, give me the paper. Why do I have to give up all my rights? I have to save him. Not because he can't deal with this idiot. He can't handle this idiot. He certainly can, be clear. I don't want there to be a miss anything. I accidentally thought I grabbed the taser, but I grabbed the GUN. I don't need those type of problems. So give me the paper. I have to give up all my rights, even though you're treating me poorly. You're refusing to provide me with treatment. Even though I've seen a doctor, they've seen my patches of, where I had surgery earlier today. But somehow, you don't believe me. How? How you don't believe me? How? People could say, oh, well, maybe they thought you were someone who wanted more drugs or whatever. What more drugs? I just left the hospital today. What are you talking about? My doctors are in your building. This is the hospital I come to. I just happen to come to the ER because I'm in pain after surgery. I could have anything, any number of things could be wrong after you cut someone open. Be clear. Anyway, this is why it's irritating to me when people are like, oh, colorism, how? So how is it that we know racism exists in the world, but this particular show is void of it? How? And this is the thing. I'm not saying I can't say 100% of anything. I'm saying optically, that's what it appears to be. I've had undoing racism training multiple times. It's great. Okay? Great. I think every company should invite those people to come and do undoing racism training. Okay? So I know what it looks like, but even if I didn't do that training, I understand what it looks like because I'm a real brown person. I'm real melanated, okay? So I understand I've had every type of ism. And I don't think everything is racist. I don't think everything has to do with race. But I'm not going to sit here and be woefully ignorant and act like it doesn't exist because my skin's lighter than someone else's. This is the thing. You can think whatever you want. We have free thinking in this country, allegedly, right? So think whatever you want. I don't care that you don't believe that it's happening. I care that you sit on the internet and act like it is impossible that it's happening. You could say it doesn't look like that to me, just like I can say it absolutely looks like that. What I don't understand is why, if you're the lighter skinned person or whomever you are, why do you need to say it is absolutely not happening? Why do you need to do that? I would love, chime down in the comments. Let me know why I'm wrong. Because this is the thing. I think you can have whatever your thoughts are. You can believe whatever you want to believe. But if someone is saying to me, this is harming me, I feel this way, my response isn't going to be, you're not harmed. That isn't happening. You see? My response will be, wow, okay, well, what's harming you? What happened? Tell me what's going on. Kind of like what Karen did with Gizelle when she came and said, Chris is what made me feel uncomfortable, whatever. She didn't attack her. Karen didn't. Karen said, well, did he touch you? No. Did he do this? No. Did he? That's what Karen, that's my thing. Why can't y'all do that? Say, okay, well, this is what you guys are saying is happening. Why are you saying that? And that's really what Dr. Wendy said. She said, because what did she say? She said, okay, so let's just make this just a cut black, white racism thing, right? If we're saying racism is happening on this show, we won't even make it about colorism. Why are you so adamant to say that's not what's happening instead of saying, why do you think that's what's happening? And here comes Karen. Karen is like, because I think Karen wants to be the peacemaker. And on some level she is, and she's effective at doing that. But I need Karen to shut the hell up, too, in this instance. And I think Wendy was absolutely right. And I'm glad that Wendy said, nope, because Karen was like, no, if anyone else on Bravo's network can talk about it, we can talk about it, blah, blah, blah. No, we can't. And I agree with Wendy because we don't have the range. These people don't even think it's happening. And then they want to blame Candice and Wendy and say they're the ones that should take care of it. No, it's Bravo. Bravo's the employer. If I have a problem with someone in my job, I talk to my job about it. I'm not in charge of it. Yes, as adults, we should be able to, have, what do they call it? Conflict resolution. Absolutely. But you have to have people who think that they are part of the conflict to have that resolved. These people don't think they've done anything. They think we're making it up. We don't see what we saw. What are you talking about? Anyway, I don't think there's anything else I really wanted to say about anything that's going on. Like I said, Ashley didn't bring anything. It's unclear to me why anyone believes anything Mia says. Shout out to Mia. But to me, it's sort of like with Mia and Gordon. It's kind of like what Mauricio said. Remember, he was like, there's lies everywhere. Come to find out he was the one, listen, doing what he was doing, child. Listen. But I feel like Chris and Eddie, honestly, and Wendy, on some level, were the MVPs of this part 2. I think Candice was just like, I'm over y'all. A lot of people online are saying, they feel like she quit at the thing. I think Candice had already quit. I think that's why she was so calm. Honestly, if you go through the season, aside from her saying the line keeps moving, aside from that, I feel like most of the season, Candice was just real calm. And a telltale sign with me, if there's a problem, I'm probably real quiet. There's probably a problem happening. If I'm quiet, there's probably a problem happening somewhere. Because I'm not quiet. I love to talk. Obviously, I'm on here with y'all for an hour and 21 minutes. And I think Candice's tell is when she's quiet. Yes, she can be very boisterous and yell and scream and be who she is, for sure, if she's angry. But I think it's the calm before the storm with her, which is why she's just like, I'm sitting over here. Nope, y'all not getting that out of me. I'm over here on my mat, on my yoga mat. Y'all not getting that from me. She had a conversation with somebody. I think the doctor, the resident Bravo psychiatrist, is working for her. Hopefully her and her mom can get through it together. And I'm proud of you, Candice. But that's my recap, guys. Y'all let me know. Chime down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think about everything I talked about. Let me know if you guys think they should bring back Nneka. Let me know if you believe, what's her name? Mia should be in the front seat, because I don't think so. Let me know what you guys think about Gizelle. I know I didn't really speak about it, but Candice got teary-eyed and said, she was sad about what was happening with Gizelle, what her father passing. I think that was very sad too. It humanizes Gizelle in a way. So let me know what you guys think about Robyn coming for Chris for no reason. And Ashley having nothing to say the entire time. What you guys think about Happy Eddie and Wendy? I'm excited to see what happens on part 3, but I'm not thinking it's this big reveal of anything. So anyways, till next time, guys. Thank you. Again, chime down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. Help me grow my little Chanel's reality over here. Until next time. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.